To all the men out there, you want your dream woman. I hear you. I get it. There's one thing that you're not doing, though. Why are you not seeking out, or why are you not committing to the woman that actually respects you?
There you go.
Not by power, not by might. Come on. But by the Spirit of the living, Spirit of the living God.
When a man says he reserves his chivalry and kindness only for traditional women, you have to wonder, why would any woman, traditional or not, choose a man who is not genuinely kind to everyone? True character isn't revealed in selective moments, but in consistent actions.
Just kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling.
Modern women continue to tell men, and this is why a lot of men opt out, because of the entitlement. But what you bring is it's bare minimum. It's not enough. To where a man, honestly and truly says, okay, if it's not enough, I'm just going to stop doing it. I'm going to go mind my own business somewhere else. And you get mad at the man, but you didn't waste his time talking about he's bringing the bare minimum. I'm looking for a man that does X, Y, and Z. Well, guess what? That man don't want you.
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic, I played it from the back, just if you don't get a catch. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic.
You crave this masculine presence in your life, but what do you think it is that men crave from women? It's not their independency, it's not how much money you make or that you're a CEO, it's your nurturing warmth, your acceptance and inviting energy. You want your man to be big, strong, and masculine, but your critical remarks and your judgment makes him feel small. If you really want to attract a masculine man, then you have to lower this defensive shield of yours.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
If a woman is interested, she'll let you know. If she's not interested, actions. Actions prove. Actions say way more than words. So if she's ignoring you, if she's not acting interested, move on. Move on. You can show a woman you're attracted to her, but don't chase her. Don't chase her. See if she's attracted to you. And that's it.
And here's what a lot of modern women do, right? And this is another thing that men complain about, is all of the one-sided effort. There's no reciprocity. And that's what, a lot of modern women didn't like it. But that's what Drizzle was talking about. I have all of this one-sided stuff that I'm doing for you. I'm buying you flowers, sending you a car, and as he should, queen. But then I'm not getting any king treatment. And that's a problem. Modern women don't see it as a problem, but it is.
About 90 to 95% of the black church in America is objectively, by the standards of scripture, heretical. It doesn't even constitute a true church. There are not enough black men in America, Christian men, who know enough theology to be able to be qualified to pastor black churches. The black church in America needs to be split up. It needs to go and find a good God-fearing white church with biblically qualified men so that they can hear the real gospel of Jesus Christ and come to saving faith in him.
Okay, come here. You look good.
It's fun.
I'll do my own little spin move on you. Oh, you look excited.
We'll see how it is.
I like to see you smiling. What? Come here. Where are you taking me to? My car's over there. It's like you're gonna drag me across the street.
Well, you're not gonna open my door?
Of course I am. What kind of guy you think I am?
I think modern women believe that dudes are just going to let them just run rampant. Just do whatever you want. Just be however you want. I know I'm about to clown you. I know I'm about to act a fool. Go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. This is what a lot of modern women are thinking that men are going to let them do. But men are tired of that nonsense. And what you're running into is men not receiving you, or not being as receptive to being walked all over as they used to be. See, you caught a man when he was being a gentleman, but now he's like, I don't know.
For the ladies, this is one type of man that you need to run from if he comes into your life, right? And it's the type of man who loves that you're an independent woman. Now, of course, respecting and appreciating what you're able to do for yourself, there's no problem with that. But you have to realize there's a little bit of a trick when men love that you're an independent woman. Because what he's essentially loving is the lesser amount of responsibilities that he'll have to take on. A lot of men love independent women because, well, that's less work, there's less responsibility. And the problem is there will come a time where you need to depend on your man. There will come a time where you need a man who is very responsible, very capable. And if you get with the type of man who loves the fact that you're independent so he doesn't have to be dependable, when that time comes, he will disappoint you.
If you really want to make somebody jealous,
another post on how to manipulate men. Just imagine the uproar if men made posts about how to manipulate women. But let's continue.
the key actually isn't to post more, it's to post less. When we want to make somebody jealous, we want to post our every move so that they're watching it, but that's just letting them know our every move. You have to make them spin in circles wondering what you're doing.
Because making somebody jealous is always such a good idea. Nothing ever goes wrong. It always ends well, right?
Think about what you do. When the guy you like posts that he's going out to the club and then he doesn't post anything else, you go crazy. Suddenly you're stalking his every move.
It really sounds like someone speaking from experience here.
If you were to post everything that he did, he'd be giving you exactly what you wanted. It's the reverse psychology of it.
Let's be correct now. It's the manipulative psychology of it.
You post once that you're going out to the club and then nothing else. Or you post once that you're out like at a nice restaurant and then nothing else. Leave it all up to the imagination so as to drive himself crazy.
Well, at least they're not trying to hide those red flags. They're posting them with pride.
No, I think it's men just get tired of being walked over. They just get tired of it, man. It's exhausting to get disrespected in pretty much darn near every situation. Every scenario you can think about, the man is going to come out dead last. And not only are modern women setting it up to where men are going to come out dead last in every situation, they're telling men, they've gotten so bold as to tell men, you are going to come out dead last. And you should be happy that you're going to come out dead last. Your life is in service to me. Regardless of what you think that you should get, your life is in service to me.
I just had a complete meltdown because my heart is tired. And this next season, I just want to break. My heart just need a break because I am tired of giving unconditional love to conditional people. I am tired of being liked and not chosen. I am tired of being seen, heard, but never truly valued. Y'all, I am tired. I am tired of being the strong person. I am tired of being the person who understands. I am tired of being the person who takes the higher road. I am tired of giving and never getting it back. I am tired. I'm human and I know this is my flesh talking because I'm exhausted.
You know, the fact that some of these singles events and these mixers and stuff like that, now I've seen some mixers out there that are pretty, they look pretty good. You know, that's something I might go to if I were single, right? But then you have a lot of them where men don't come at all. And women are like, where are all the good men at? How come men aren't showing up to this type of stuff? Well, it's not really beneficial. A lot of this stuff to a man isn't really there's nothing I ain't going to take anything home from it. Well, you might get a number. You might. And what might means is it's similar to playing the lottery. Well, you might win. So keep on playing. I'm going to keep on playing the lottery and I might never win. But I've spent a lot of money. I've accumulated a lot of tickets, a lot of lottery tickets, and when I've counted up the cost, like, man, I spent a lot of money on something that I'd never even had a chance to win. Well, do you have a shot? Probably I have a shot, a chance to win in general, but do I have an actual chance versus a 1 in infinity chance? Probably not. Probably not. And that's how a lot of men feel about dating. They don't really have a shot with a lot of these modern women, with the way that they act, with the way that they treat me, and really honestly and truly on that subject, with the way that they treat me, do I want a shot?
Man, if I had a bad in my phone, I would be licking the screen and responding within 20 seconds. I work 70 hours a week. I still find time to respond immediately to people as soon as they hit up my phone. You guys, the nonchalant epidemic of 2025 has you guys in such a princess chokehold. Like, what's next? Do you guys want to be pillow princess?
You do realize if you were a man and you did that, you'd be single, right? Because a lot of men who respond immediately are single. They're usually called simps. It has nothing to do with him being a princess. A lot of men have rightfully realized that the effort they put into relationships is rarely reciprocated. They want to make sure you're going to invest as well. And let's be real here, if men expected immediate responses from their lady, they would be painted as controlling. But it's okay for women to demand whatever they want, right? It's always funny when women make videos like this because they truly don't understand some of the difficulties men have to face when it comes to dating or getting to know a woman or trying to impress her or take her out. It's not that simple. Otherwise, all of these men would just have it down.
And what you see a lot on social media is women continuing to say, man, men don't really have the courage to come up and approach. They're not really bold enough to approach. Well, that's because you have social media. That's because you have a lot of these modern women that don't know how to do right. They don't know how to act right. And so they come towards them. Well, I guess not physically speaking, because they don't really want to approach a man. Mentally speaking, energetically speaking, if I could say it like that, they come towards a man in such a manner that a man is apprehensive. It's like, I'm not really sure what's going on here. I'm not really sure if, she's really into this. I'm trying to read, but I'm not 100% sure. And you can't read her because she's changing her mind in the moment. You're walking up to her and she's still trying to make a decision on whether she wants you to approach or not. And what modern women have gotten comfortable doing is waiting until you get up there to talk to them and say, no, you didn't read the signs right. When actually you did read the signs right. They just changed their mind when you got in their face. That's what they're doing. Oh, I just decided I really didn't want anything. I really didn't want him to approach. Get away from me, you creep. Record. Get away from me, creep. Leave me alone. And you do that enough and you post that online enough, people are going to see your account because you're behind and your face is all over your account. And so men specifically, will be like, oh, she did this other guy like that. I'm not 100% sure if I want that for me.
So, for example, if my partner is in a very heated moment, let's say she's in her masculine right now, all right, she's getting rough. Well, meeting her with more masculine is probably going to only make things worse.
Yeah.
This is the time for me to be compassionate, go to her, hold her, calm her down, bring her peace in that moment. You see? Because we need to balance each other out. Same thing on the flip side. If I'm all heated and I'm extra passionate, and then my woman now comes with that same energy, that's it. Now we're butting heads. This is her moment to say, no, let me now be the one to soften the moment up, bring that sweetness in there, and everybody calms down. So it's learning how to feed off of each other and recognize, okay, they're over here. Let me bring it back over here. And now we can work from that point and we're both good.
You want to know something that most women aren't ready to hear? Modern feminism, chivalry. Modern feminism has shifted from seeking equality to promoting superiority and resentment towards men, framing men as oppressors rather than partners and equals. With the birth of modern feminism, there came the birth of the girl boss, I don't need a man. Chivalry was never meant to make women look weak. It was made to create a culture of mutual respect where men acted honorably towards women and acknowledged their virtue and grace. Modern feminism, by demanding sameness instead of equality, has blurred those lines. In trying to erase gender differences, it's erased the gestures that celebrate them. The result of this is now we have an entire generation of men who are not willing to honor, pursue, or protect women. We have this entire generation of men who just want to hook up on the first date, who have no respect for women, who don't hold open the door, who don't buy flowers, and it is because of modern feminism. Not only that, but it is also a result of weak men. There's a reason that our grandparents have the cutest love stories where the men pursued the women and they didn't have until they were married, and they respected and honored each other. And now we are seeing the result of the crash and burn of modern feminism. And unfortunately, it is affecting a lot of women looking for life partners and a lot of men looking for life partners. Feminism is great. The idea of feminism is great to promote equality, but it has evolved into something that is toxic and dangerous to our society.
Once again, a lot of these modern women, they don't really even know what they want. I want an alpha male. I want a man that's decisive, until you start to realize that the decisive man is a man that checks a couple of things, looks around at a couple of things, and he does what? He makes a decision. And so a lot of times he's just going ahead and moving. I want a man that takes initiative. You don't really even know what a man taking initiative looks like. You're not going to like him. You want too much control. And a man that's decisive like you want, that takes initiative like you want, that man beat and already moved. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong. Just let me know how it goes so the next time I can correct it. If it don't need to be corrected and you just nagging and you complaining, I don't want to hear that. But if it's something that I actually need to hear, I can stop and hear you out. That's how successful men are. That's how successful people are. If I need to stop and hear something and fix it, I can do that. But if you ain't really talking about nothing, shut up talking to me. Modern women get in the face of men that are decisive, of men that are moving. We're not talking about being, wealthy and having a lot of money. We're just talking about a man that makes decisions. I know this. I know where I need to go. And you stand in his way. What about this? What about that? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about that? And it drives a man up a wall because I can't get anywhere. I can't do anything. And at the end of the day, you're going to be complaining again about how we didn't get anywhere. But it'd be because of your mouth. You didn't be quiet when we said, okay, let's go over here. Let's do this. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if we should. Y'all don't. A lot of modern women talk about what they like, and they really don't even know what they're talking about.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And obey. To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And obey.
I'm not saying that word.
Say it.
I'm not saying that word. I'm not obeying anybody. I don't obey anybody, especially him. So you can continue without that word. Cherish.
Can you just say it? People just look at
I'm not obeying nobody. I'm not saying that word. You think I am about to start my life off obeying a man? Never. I'm not obeying anybody.
Say it, girl.
So we can continue. We can continue without me saying that word.
A lot of these modern women like to continue to treat men like a clown. Amusement. Why does a man approach me? There's a lot of risks involved in approaching. There's a lot of disrespect involved in approaching. It don't matter where you go, seemingly with these modern women nowadays, you get treated like you crossed some type of line and you done something wrong. Like you just, eliminated somebody. That's the way they treat you. They look at you like you're a criminal off bat. Let me ask you a question. Who would want to go through that? Which person? Even you. If you go up, like say for instance, if you're sitting in a restaurant and you go up to a waiter and you say, hey, we hadn't gotten our drinks yet. It'd be okay if, we haven't been able to order, haven't had anybody come to our table to even see what we wanted or greet us. If that whole staff turned around and looked at you like, what are you doing over here? You instantly leave a review and walk out of there and go find somewhere else to go. Don't go here. It's trash. The service was terrible. We got seated. Nobody. I was reading a post today or over just down the line. People say, oh, trash place, the food is trash, and the service is even worse. They're leaving reviews about it. And so now, even if I was thinking about going, I'm not going because you telling me the service is so bad. That's how you are as a modern woman. Nobody's approaching you because you're disrespectful. It is a risk to approach you. Now they're looking at you saying, man, if this woman is trash, if her attitude is trash, why would I even be over there?
Extreme single focus, known as autism. Extreme dry fuse awareness, attention deficit disorder. Right? So another way of saying that, which I've started to traffic in more because I'm just always looking for a way to communicate. This is a committed state of mind. What we talk about as like autism or Asperger's or would be a little bit less is absolute committed state of mind. And, or on this side, an open state of mind. Mm-hmm. And this is where women get wonky, especially. And then there's another thing that happens to what I would call descended ovaries. There's undescended testicles and there's descended ovaries. But our hormones vary a lot when we have menstrual cycles. So, I mean, a lot. They vary. So our hormonally created state of mind, being committed or open, can vary. And then we also can get switched. So a woman could be in an open state of mind and she's very connective and loving and nurturing and arranging crooked pillows, you know, God's picture straightener. And then you say, we got to leave in 5 minutes. And whoop, right? When we don't have plenty of time, we just switch over and you'd think we had a different personality. Well, then get out of my way.
And what's funny is that a lot of these modern women sit up and say, man, I cannot find a good man. And really what they mean to say is, I can't find a good man to approach me. I'm in the gym, I'm at church, I'm at work, and I see a whole host of guys that I would be interested in talking to. But they're not approaching me, man. They're not trying to talk to me. Where can I find a good-looking guy that's not afraid to come and approach me? I don't want to approach first. I feel like the man when I do that. Newsflash. The men that you want don't want you. They've moved on to greener pastures. Well, they don't even know me. They don't have to. That's what men keep on saying. The way that you portray yourself online, a man is going to see that. You might be the sweetest person in the world, but if a man sees that online, he's going to be like, oh no, I don't think I want that. I mean, you're essentially like McDonald's. If McDonald's comes out with some chicken nuggets or something like that, and the chicken nuggets look appetizing, then people are going to come in and try the chicken nuggets. And over time, you might say, shoot, the chicken nuggets are nice. I think I might get something else on the menu. That's what men are saying about you. Oh man, she had a really nice personality. Think I want to see if she has anything else. So do you like sports? Not really. I used to golf in high school. Oh, okay. Me too. Wow. How many years did you golf? I started my sophomore year and then, junior year, and then senior year kind of trailed off and started doing other things. Man, that's cool, man. Well, maybe you and I can, go play around one day. I haven't been in a while, but, I'd like that. Okay. So, well, let me tell you, let's go to a range first. Let's go to a driving range first. We do that. And then if you're comfortable, we're going to play around. Okay. And afterwards, maybe we can, get lunch. How does that sound to you? Oh, that sounds fantastic. And so he's planning around common interests. But a lot of modern women nowadays, they're not receptive to a man's leadership. They're not receptive to a man's way of living, his lifestyle, the things that he might want to do. So a man's kind of like, if I have to run into this, if I have to be around this, if I have to deal with this, I'm probably not going to be approaching.
According to psychology, if a woman has these 5 traits, you're looking at a genuinely good woman, and they're rarer than you think. First, she's almost always alone. Not because she hates people, but because she discovered something most never will. Peace is quieter, softer, and more honest in solitude. She doesn't need constant company because she's comfortable with who she is when no one's watching. Second, she overthinks everything. Life, people, mistakes, heartbreak. Her mind never stops analyzing. She feels everything more deeply than others notice, replaying moments others forget instantly. Psychology refers to this as empathic sensitivity. Third, she reads people like open books. One look, one sentence, and she's already decoded your intentions. She senses energy shifts, tone changes, and hidden patterns before you even finish speaking. Fourth, she doesn't trust easily. Not because she's cold, but because she's seen too many masks, too many promises that turned into lies, too many people who swore forever but disappeared anyway. And most important, she's suffered more than you could imagine. Instead of seeking revenge, she chose silence. Instead of closing off, she kept her heart open. If this is you, you're built different.
I'm going back to the start.
Nobody knows me like you.
Any woman that you choose to deal with, her money should be no good with you if you're 100% man. You pay everything. Why? Because it keeps her in her feminine when she's with you. I don't give the women I deal with, they know I don't care what you do.
Life is tough for a man. It is a hard world for a man.
Yeah.
And for them to wake up every single day and still push through it, you all do not get enough credit. You really do not get enough credit.
Yeah.
For you to get up every day and constantly be grinding, constantly be proving yourself as a man, constantly be challenged by other men, by other prideful men, and then prideful women on top of that, masculine women who genuinely try to manipulate these men. Respect to the men who don't let any of that break them.
Or even look in your direction. But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are loyal, so the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do.
Here's a question for all the Gen Xers out there dating. When you go out on a date, and this isn't like a first date situation, this is like you've been dating someone for a couple months, who is planning the dates? Is it a shared thing, like you take turns planning dates? Is it mostly the girl planning the dates, or men? Are you planning the dates? I'm just very curious. I have my opinions about this, but I want to hear first what you guys have to say.
I've been crying on and off for a little bit now, and I want to be a mom so bad. Like, I want to be turning 40 this year, and everything's just hitting me right now. It's like, not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything.
Thing that my mom likes to rub in my face and remind me that I don't have, and that I'm getting old, and she's concerned, just adds to my own anxiety and my own concerns, and I don't need it. So I'm getting kind of desperate. What the do I do?
I give up on trying to find somebody that actually wants to be with me.
All right, y'all. The question is, why are less men committing today? Well, your girl got an answer for you. Let's get into it, family. Here's the reason why I think men, and this is just from my perspective, what I've seen, why some men ain't committed. I think overall there's a fear of missing out. If a man is truly desired, he's successful, he's got options. And it's hard to settle when you have so many options. In addition to that, we as women are all vying for the same type of guy and missing out on really good men that have all the right intention for a man who isn't ready to settle down and may never be ready to settle down. I say this all the time. If a man is just not in that headspace, I don't care how good a woman is, he's not in that headspace. We also have to take into account the quality of women that are out here. I believe most men want a certain type of woman, and I think that woman is harder to find these days.
If they're trying to lock you in fast, it's not because you're special. It's because speed is the only way they don't get exposed. Anybody pushing intensity in the beginning, constant texting, future talking weeks, wanting all your time, isn't building a connection. Okay? They're controlling the pace so you don't question it. Because when things move slow, you start to notice patterns, inconsistency, emotional gaps, things that don't add up. But when it's fast, I'm going to tell you, you don't have time to think. You just feel. And feeling is not clarity. All right? It's leverage. So they keep you in motion because motion creates what? Attachment. And attachment makes you ignore what you would have walked away from if you just slowed down. And here's the part that stings. You call it, oh God, this feels different, right? No, it feels intense. And intensity is the easiest thing in the world to fake when someone doesn't want to be fully seen. You know, the one who rushes you isn't afraid of losing you. They're afraid of you having enough time to realize you should.
Hi, sorry to bother you. I think you look really cute and I'd love to take you out sometime.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I actually have a boyfriend.
Okay, no problem.
But don't stop approaching girls at the mall.
Okay.
I'm sure there's someone that would.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it. Okay. All right, you got this. I'll be right here. Thanks, man. Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I don't normally do this, but I thought you were really cute and I was wondering if I could get your number.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
I'm Connor.
Nice to meet you, Connor.
Nice to meet you, too.
Unfortunately, I do have a boyfriend, but honestly, if I didn't, I'd probably give it to you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Have a great one.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Hi, my name's Connor. What's your name?
Jessica.
Nice to meet you, Jessica. I thought you were really cute, and I was wondering if I could take you out sometime.
No, sorry, I have a boyfriend.
Okay, no worries. I appreciate you taking your time. Thank you.
I only date marriage material. Not because I'm picky, but because I'm purposeful. I don't date for attention or validation. I date for alignment. And who I entertain impacts my peace, focus, and my future, so I take it serious. Chemistry fades, but character lasts. You know, leadership, consistency, emotional maturity, that's the fruits that I need. And I'm not just about to vibe with a situationship. I'm building towards partnership. I need a man who prays, who leads, who communicates, and treats me like an investment, not entertainment. Don't expect me to pour into what isn't rooted in purpose. I'm not rushing marriage in any way. I'm just intentional about the path. And how you date determines the love that you build. Random energy cannot interrupt divine alignment. Call it picky if you want. The real problem was being available to the wrong people, being nurturing to the wrong people. So I will wait for alignment and not settle for attention. The man that God has for me, he won't debate my standards. He will match them. And when he finds me, he will meet a woman who has already been preparing for the wife she prayed to become.
I don't care where. Can you let a girl know? Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Good? Scaring me. I just got hit on harder than I ever have in my entire life. I don't know how to process this. It just happened. And so the guy rides by on his bike, and then I start filming a video. And so he turns around and stops right in front of me while I'm filming, and he... And he basically, he greets, hi, my name is whatever. And then he's like, can I sit down? I was like, sure. And so I move over to this side of the bench, right? And he sits right here and man spreads. And so I'm like, and he was very very straightforward. He basically, got around to the point of, I knew what his intentions were. And he's like, so you don't go hook up or anything? Or, and I was like, no. And he's like, you're single though, right? I was like, yes. And so you don't want to go hook up? No. And I mean, he was very straightforward, so good for him. And I mean, I knew what he wanted and I didn't want that, but oh man, it was, I don't know how to process it. What just happened? What just happened? No stinking way. I've never met a man so.
Men and women, not equal. And that's the hottest thing that I have ever realized, because we are not the same. We're not built the same. We are not wired the same. And thank God for that. Women bring magic men will never have. Intuition that feels danger before it walks in the door. Nurturing that turns a house into a home. And a softness that calms the wildest storms. Men bring power women should never have to carry. Direction when everything feels lost. Protection that makes you sleep like a baby. Raw strength that moves mountains so you don't have to. That's not inequality. That is perfect design. When we try to be identical, the spark dies, desire dies, respect fades, and polarity, out the door. You end up with two roommates arguing over dishes instead of a man and a woman on fire for each other. Equal in value? Absolutely. Equal in roles? No. I don't want to compete with my husband. I want to complete him. I want him to lead where he's built to lead, and me to reign where only I can. Real empowerment isn't pretending that I'm him or vice versa. It's owning every inch of what makes me a woman. So no, we are not equal. We are different. We are opposite. We are magnetic. And that's exactly why every single night he looks at me like I'm the calm to his chaos. And I look at him like he's the storm I never want to live without. Different isn't less. Different is electric. Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. I am very curious about this one.
Sometimes you gotta go to a small town outside of Boston to find where the men are at. It may be hard to hear, but there's still good men out in the world, okay? Recently, this article about it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend went viral. It was an article on Vogue, and I found the article quite interesting. To be honest, there was a lot of true statements, but I think a lot of women are in this perpetual state of saying there's no men out there, all the men are trash, dating is trash, we're just gonna be out here by ourselves, we're gonna do you. And that is fine. That is an okay decision. But I also want you to understand there's still men in this world that value being chivalrous. There's still men in this world that want to be good to women. I recently spoke at a school, and there was a group of young gentlemen, and they were just all just so kind, and they're waiting on our needs, and they're like, oh, can we help you? And I was like, maybe they're like in a corner of Boston somewhere. Maybe part of the problem is all of us women are fishing in the same pool. We're all fishing in Atlanta, DC, and New York. Sometimes you got to go to a small town outside of Boston to find where the men are at, right? But I also think there's an element of these century men. I feel like there's this narrative of men are not good, dating is trash, there's nothing going out there. And I think when you keep fooling your mind with that, you're going to attract that. I always tell people you attract what you are. And if you put out there and you think that dating's not good and good things are not happening for you, that's what it's going to be. But when you put out there that dating is going to flow and everything's going to happen for you, and you still believe in good men, you still believe in being treated like a princess, you still believe there's a man that wants to see you as a queen as you are, then I feel like that's what is going to happen for you. I want to see more of that conversation, and I think that conversation is going to help all of us in the dating world.
And you also have to look at the one-sided effort and modern women not reciprocating, right? Because, they'll say, well, where are the men at? Why can't I find a man to do X, Y, and Z? Or why is a man not talking to me? How come I can't find a man to do this, this, and this? I want a provider, and all of the list of things that they always want. I can't find that. Well, actually, you can, because once again, the men are everywhere. You just don't notice them because you're looking for, honestly and truly, we probably don't call it this, but a genie is what you're looking for. You're looking for a man to come in and just wipe away all your problems. Okay, with my first wish, I want you to wipe away all my problems and put me in my soft girl era and I don't want to have any problems ever again. That's actually 3 wishes. But modern women would probably argue a genie down and say, well, that's 1 wish because I said it all in one breath. No, the first wish would have been me wiping your slate clean. All the problems that you have, me wiping that. You want to be put into your soft girl era? That's another wish. And you saying, I want no problems ever again? That's a 3rd wish. So you've actually effectively used all your wishes. No, but because I said it, and like I said, they try to argue you down. That's what modern women do to men. And this is why men just end up opting out and they end up leaving. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue a man down when a man be dead right about something. This woman is dead wrong. But because the way they see it and what their interpretation is, they'll continue living their life in that way, right? And that's how you have one-sided effort and no reciprocity. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue, man, no, this is the bare minimum. I deserve this, 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 and this. And the man is like, that's not the bare minimum. I bought you a car. Well, that's what my man should be doing. I'm not your man, though. I'm not your man. Well, that's something that you decided to do. Right, because I wanted to show you that I really liked you. Well, nobody asked you to do that. Regardless if anybody asked me to do it, I still did it. I bought you the car, and you're not showing any signs of being grateful. And so when I pull back and say, okay, you know what? You can have the car. Or you know what? I pay for your nails. Whatever. Take your little nails and go on about my business. About your business. Modern women, they don't realize they actually messed up a good opportunity. And if a man has paid for your car or paid your rent or paid any type of bill for you, and that's actually a genuine man, you just messed up your bag because of your bad attitude. That's why a lot of men opt out, because I know my effort is not going to be rewarded. I know she really don't like me, and all of the stuff that I'm doing for her is not going to be reciprocated at all.